What's up, brother? Today I want to talk about the brutal stuff I learned about women after my 4-year relationship ended. Now, I'm going to start by saying that I'm going to speak facts and facts only, and it's probably going to offend a few people. But nature cannot be changed. You might be like, I found myself a good one, but the truth is, all women operate to a certain set of rules because it's that way in nature. When spring comes here, for example, the leaves are going to get back in the trees, okay? When spring comes, the birds are going to come back. We operate to a certain set of rules and we cannot change them. And until you understand this, you will keep suffering because in nature, it's either you adapt and you survive or you don't adapt and you die. So if you want to not make the mistake that I made in my 4-year relationship and the mistake that most men make, because a lot of men, they wake up to this stuff maybe at 20. Some men wake up to this stuff at 30. Some men wake up to this stuff at 50 years old. But there's some men that never wake up, and that's why they suffer a lot, okay? So before I tell you everything you need to know, you need to understand what happened in my relationship, because I was on both sides with the same woman, and you're going to understand towards the end. So when I met my ex, okay, I remember walking to a mall with one of my friends, and I just saw like a group of people. And amongst that group of people, I see like one girl that really like stands out, okay? She's like slim, she has curly hair, she has beautiful eyes, a pretty face, everything. Like I fell in love like in a second, okay? And I told my friend like, wait, who's this? And he said like, oh, that's let's call her Maria, okay? He's like, oh, that's Maria. But she has a man. She's in a relationship. And I'm like, damn, like that's a fucking waste. And you know, usually when a woman is in a relationship, I don't do anything. But this time it was so different. I felt something in my heart and I was like, yo, I just need to do it. I know it's probably not the right thing to do, but I was like, I just need to approach her and text her. So I texted her. And then, you know, me and Maria, we start talking just a little bit casually, like a friendly way. And then we start getting closer and closer. And then as we talk, we start getting a lot of similar interests. We start having a lot more in common. We start sharing more, and then we start really spending like the whole day talking together while she's in a relationship. And then we start being a little bit more like, our conversations start being more intimate. They start being more close, like less of a friendship and more of like a situationship, or like before a relationship. And now me, I'm wondering like, how does she has a man and she's doing all that stuff, she's telling me all that stuff. Like, we're really speaking in a way that like, if her man were to see these messages at the time, he would probably faint and die, okay? But like, we're speaking that way, and then I'm always wondering like, how does she has a man and she does this and all that. And after a few months, she breaks up with that guy, and after a few months she gets with me. Like, just after she breaks up with that guy, she gets with me. So, you know, the thing is, this guy was absolutely dismantled. He didn't understand anything. He was like going crazy because out of the blue she just left him. But the truth is, like, he didn't see my point of view. My point of view, like, I knew she was going to leave him because of the way she was speaking to me. It didn't make any sense. But he was dismantled. He couldn't understand how she could move on so fast. He couldn't understand how she could just leave him. He couldn't understand how this happened. And I used to feel like I was the man. I was like, yeah, I took this guy girls, because, you know, he was a little bit salty towards me too. Like, he was making some moves that I was like, yo, you're weird. Like, just let her go. It's not my fault that she doesn't want you. So I repaid what he did to me. So I was like, yeah, fuck you, I got your girl. But like, and I actually regretted that afterwards. Like, we actually became like, we actually made peace afterwards. Like, me and him, I was like, bro, like, sorry for my immaturity. Like, I took your girl, but it's nothing personal. But then, you know, after a while, bro, like, I felt like the man. I was like, oh yeah, I took his girl. And my friends used to always tell me like, yo, if you did it, somebody else can do it to you. And I was like, nah, man, because I'm different, you know, I'm that guy. And the crazy thing is that it happened to me too. It literally happened to me too. Now, I'm not gonna like say that she had another man or something, and but like, I'm not gonna make an assumption, because I still kind of have respect for her. So I'm not gonna like blatantly accuse her like this. But towards the end of the relationship, it's like, she didn't want to be with me anymore. She didn't want anything to do with me, and it was probably one of the worst thing ever, because like, she didn't want to get intimate, she didn't want to talk, she didn't want to see each other. When we spoke, it was dry. She lost like that raw, genuine desire that she used to have in the past, which literally like made me go dismantle, because I was like, okay, and I'm thinking logically. I'm like, okay, let me try and fix it. Let me try and talk to her about it. Let me try and logically tell her what she needs to do so that we can stay together, because I didn't want to lose her. You know, I really was attached to her at the time, and I really loved her. So I was like, okay, I need to fix this. But then afterwards, like, nothing worked. She didn't want to see me. The interest was gone to the point where we actually like needed to break up. And even after the relationship, she moved on like this. She never like came back. She never gave a fuck. She moved on like this. Because she moved on in a second. And like the other guy, right? Like the other guy, I didn't understand it. I couldn't understand how, after all the time we spent together, after thinking I was different, after thinking our story was different, she could just leave like this without any regret, basically, without any regret. But you know what I had to understand is that, based on these two stories, probably what happened to me at the start, to the other guy at the start, happened to me towards the end. Because the truth is, women leave way before they actually leave. Like, I remember she told me precisely, like, after we dated, we were together, she was like, you know, I was with this other guy, and he was boring to me. I didn't love him anymore. And then you came, and then you were so like nice. You made me laugh so much. You made me happy so much. And then I was like, okay, I need to leave this guy. And probably this what happened to me. I just obviously cannot prove it, but it's like, this is what happens. A woman will leave way before she actually leaves you. Okay, when she leaves you, it's actually like, it's not an overnight decision. It's not just one day she wakes up and she's like, okay, I'm gonna leave him right away. She always think about the decision. She always think, and she always have like something better than you on the other side of her leaving you. Okay, that's what you need to understand. You gotta understand that she doesn't just leave like this. She actually think about the decision for a long time. She processes and she thinks about the best options. Okay, and the thing is, that happened in a relationship just because men become comfortable. Okay, at the start of the relationship, you were probably a different man than you were towards the end. And once she realized that you're no longer that man, the day she realizes this, bro, she's going to turn so cold. It's going to be scary. Like, there's nothing colder than a woman that doesn't love you anymore. Like, she's going to start, you will not be able to get a conversation from her. You will not be able to even maybe get a hug from her, like a genuine hug, like a real hug, a kiss, or even like getting intimate. Forget about all that. And the thing is, it didn't happen overnight. It happened slowly and slowly as you lost what you initially had with her at the start. So at the start, you were probably treating her like you should have treated her. Like, there was a little bit of mystery between the two of y'all. There was a little bit of like mystery. You know, when you're about to get a woman, you're not acting like she's one of your boys. But as you get with her over the years, you start acting like she's one of your boys, basically. And that's like the biggest mistake. You start being too comfortable. You start telling her too much. You start showing her your weaknesses because you think like, oh yeah, she's with me and she's not gonna leave me if I show her my weakness. You can do this to your boys. You can tell your boys like, oh yeah, I cried over this girl. Oh yeah, I did this. I lost that. I lost money. But the thing is, she slowly loses respect for you. And she starts thinking like, is this actually the best option for me? Is this actually what's best for me? And then it's like piece by piece, day by day. Every single day that you lose she loses a little bit of respect for you, she starts thinking, is this the best option? Is this the best option? And then, like I would say, the worst type of woman, which they're gonna start thinking about their other options. If she has another guy at work that is talking to her and you're not making her feel a certain way, she's going to, and he makes her feel that way, she's going to start contemplating, okay, maybe this guy's the better option, maybe this guy's the better option. And then slowly but surely, you're going to sense it in that relationship. And once you sense that, when that happens, you will sense it. It will be cold, and there's nothing you would be able to do to get her back. And another mistake that men make, that most, like 99% of men make, is again getting too comfortable, but like in their looks. They let themselves go because they're like, oh yeah, I got the woman now. She doesn't care about this. And a woman will always lie right to your face. She will tell you, you look good just the way you are. You don't need to get in shape. You don't need to do that. But then the problem nowadays is like, it's not like back in the days. She has access to her phone, and she's just scrolling on her phone every single day. And she's seeing guys in shape. She's seeing guys that are better than you. She's seeing guys better looking than you. And like I said, over the years, over the days, over the months, I don't know how long it's going to take, she slowly loses respect for you every time she sees that stomach of yours, okay? And then once she loses respect for you, she already is thinking of what's the other best alternative. So she's going to think, is the best alternative the guy at work, or is the best alternative just to be alone? Or is the best alternative the other guy that was talking to me back then, or is the best alternative my other ex? And then, brother, at that point, once that happens, once she starts contemplating her options, there's not much you can do left, bro. It's over for you. It's actually over. And this is because you made the mistake of getting too comfortable. You made the mistake of letting yourself go. You made the mistake of not acting the same way you acted at the start, and now she doesn't feel a certain way about you. And the thing is, as men, when this happens, if this happened to a man, right? If you are in a relationship and she doesn't make you feel a certain way, you will try and fix it. You will be like, okay, let's try and fix things. Let's try and like work this out. You will try and talk to her. Let's say, oh, we used to do this before. Let's try and plan at least one date per week. Let's try and at least plan to go out once per month. Let's try to do this differently. Let me try and do, but it doesn't work because it's just her feelings. It's just the way she feels, and she doesn't feel that way. And the problem is that right now, when you're trying to tell her this, it's already too late. She already made up her mind that it was over. Okay? And once she does that, she's going to find a better option. But now the thing is, this is the thing though. As men, we're trying to fix things. We're trying to like repair things. When something is broken, we try to repair it. It's just a male instinct, and we think that we need to fix everything. But the thing is, right now, at the point that you are in right now, what you need to fix is not her, because she is gone mentally, right? You guys could be together by title, you guys could be together like in a relationship, married, on the title you could have a ring with her, but if mentally she's no longer with you, if her heart is no longer with you, if her mind is no longer with you, if her heart is with somebody else, she is not with you, even in the relationship. And she will wait for the right exact moment where she is sure, 100% sure that this is actually the right decision for her. So when we do that, bro, we trying to fix things. We trying to like, oh yeah, we're gonna repair this relationship. You're trying to talk to her logically. You're trying to be like, you remember all the time we spent together? Like, we used to be so close. We used to do this. We used to do that. Remember, we can't let ourselves. But it doesn't matter. Nothing will work. Okay, it's because it's just her feelings. Now, what you need to do is, instead of trying to fix her, you need to fix yourself. Okay, man. Okay, we spend all our energy. That's what I did. Okay. When I had the most money and I had my girl, that's what the moment that she left me, because I spent all my energy working on my job, working on her, that I forgot to work on myself. And then when we broke up, I literally had nothing, right? It's because what's the point of money if you're alone and depressed and you hate yourself? You have no self-worth. Like, there's no point in that. You feel like shit either way. No matter how much money you make, it's like you will feel like shit. So like, you need to start fixing yourself. You need to start focusing on, instead of focusing on fixing the relationship, fixing the girl, fixing her, fixing this, fix you. Fix your physique, fix how you view yourself, be able to be alone just by yourself. And that and that's why a breakup is always a breakthrough, because when she breaks up with you, you will start realizing everything about you. You will start realizing everything that is wrong about you. You can look at yourself in the mirror and be like, okay, I put all my worth inside of that woman. I put all my time inside of that woman. I put all my energy. Like, I spoiled her. I bought her everything she wanted. I spent all the time. I spent all the mental energy that I forgot to spend it on myself. And now I have nothing, and she is gone. She's gone for good, and she's not going to regret it, because in her head, she lost respect for you. You're no longer the guy she used to look. She used to look at with admiration. So the only thing you can do right now is just work on yourself. Like, you spend all your time working on your job. You spend all your time with that woman, and now you forgot to work on yourself. But guess what? This is the perfect opportunity, because now you just have way more time, and now the wisdom to know how you're going to approach the next relationship in the future. You have the wisdom to know that, okay, well, now I know that when I let myself go, when I get uncomfortable, now you can see ahead what's going to happen in the next relationship. But the thing that you need to do right now is just focus on you, focus on your growth, focus on building your physique back, because I know you let that slip. I know when we get in a relationship, we let everything slip except the relationship with the woman and probably our jobs, because this is what is going to help us get a better relationship with her. But afterwards, when it's done, we have nothing physically to show up for. And now we get back in like the dating market and we look like shit. And she doesn't, because she can just post a selfie. Even if she's obese, she can post a selfie. Even a fat, like, that's crazy to me, bro. A 6 can post a selfie and get more options than a 7 out of 10 men. And it's insane, bro. But this is the way it is. So now you need to like build yourself back up and gain your self-worth back up, so that a situation where you're in that position like this never happens again. A situation where a woman can say, oh yeah, there's a better option than this guy, never happens again. And it's probably gonna happen, to be honest with you. But the thing is, you just gotta do it for you. At this point right now, you gotta do it for you and start to realize that she will leave you as soon as you get too comfortable, man. She will leave you as soon as you change. She will leave you as soon as you don't make her feel the same way that you made her feel at the start. And it's the sad, honest reality about life. You just need to accept it and move forward with your life. Get better, bro. Like, don't let your physique slip, bro. I always say this. It always starts with your mind and your body. That's the two most important things. Your mind and your body. If your mind and your body are in check, you probably will never have any much problem in life, whether it's with women, whether it's with yourself, whether it's with business, because you will always be sharp. You will always know your worth, because somebody that takes care of himself is somebody that loves himself. And if you love yourself, you don't search for that love in other people. And also, you look way fucking better. You look way better. You feel more confident. You have more options. And then you don't stay stuck on one woman. Because I promise you, I was literally scared of losing her. I knew like it was done. Like, I knew she didn't love me, but I stayed with her because I was like, oh, I can't do any better. But the thing is, if I was the man that I am today, like I transformed so much after that breakup. Like, I became insanely jacked. Like, you see me right now. And if I was the man that I am today, that relationship would have been like probably 3 years instead of 4. Because I was just being like, okay, well, you have another guy? Get the fuck out of here. I know my worth. You need to know your worth, but you cannot really know your worth if deep down you don't feel worthy. If you don't actually have any value for yourself. right? And the best way to raise your value is just to start looking better. Most likely, a lot of guys I know that are going through this stuff. If you're in the same position that I was in financially, you're good, but with your fucking body is shit. So that's why you need to fix right fucking now before fixing anything else. So brother, this was a quick one. I appreciate you watching. If you need any help to, just level up your physique and get in better shape after you went through the similar situation that I was in, and just want the guidance to do this as fast and as effectively as possible, you can book a call down below for coaching, or you can just keep watching my other videos on fitness. I post a lot of stuff, and I really appreciate you watching. I'm gonna go now. I love filming these videos in the forest. It's actually nice, going out, doing my steps here, and then just filming videos for you. So I'll see you in the next one. I appreciate you watching.